Before I switched to Wealthfront, my APY was probably 0.1, like it was a joke.
I was literally getting pennies. Once I switched to ching.
With the Wealthfront cash account, earn up to 4.2% APY on your cash.
The high APY with Wealthfront was a clear winner.
There are no petty fees.
Every month there's this much that I'm getting in interest and I didn't have to do anything. My money is working hard on its own and I can trust Wealthfront is taking care of me.
Earn more on your uninvested cash with a Wealthfront cash account. No account fees, no minimums, and no strings attached. Get started today at wealthfront.com. Clients were paid $1,000 for their testimonials, creating a conflict of interest. Outcomes vary. 3.3% base APY as of January 30th, 2026 is representative, variable, and earned on funds swept to program banks. 0.65% new client boost for 3 months on up to $150,000. Direct deposit $1,000 a month and fund an investing account for a 0.25% increase. Cash account offered by Wealthfront Brokerage LLC, member FINRA SIPC, not a bank. Fees and eligibility requirements may apply to certain checking features of the cash account.
Well, it's time for today's AM Minnesota program. It's my lucky week because I get a double dose of the giggler. The giggler might not be giggling anymore because she has to take a double dose of Jerry.
I mean, I feel like I'm the lucky one. Come on.
And what did our coworker say when he left? He said, good luck to you. He didn't say good luck to me.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, you are the professional when it comes to this. I'm the one that kind of needs the luck to... Yeah.
Pro what?
You're the professional.
That's not a term that usually goes with Jerry. Anyway, today's AM Minnesota program sponsored by Monarch Healthcare Management, Emeralds in Faribault. I do enjoy having almost a whole half hour other than a market break to talk more detail about what a special emerald is. A gem.
It is a gem.
Literally. How's that for a segue?
That was cute. Way to go, Jerry. Yep. I love being able to take a little bit of a longer time to be able to talk to you as well, every month and go a little bit more into detail about all the good things that we're doing, all the fun that we're having, and things that we're looking forward to. And
it's special not just for the community and the residents, but it's a gem for all the team members, too. Mm-hmm. Yep. When you find out a little bit more about Monarch's philosophy of their team members and wanting you to be happy and wanting you to achieve your professional goals.
That's right. And all the encouraging that they do and support that they give for internal growth, too. So, we can dive right into
more than just saying, all right, you can have this day off to do whatever, professional improvement, but actually the scholarships to help with additional training and things that you might, maybe you're a certified nursing assistant, you want to take the next step and become an LPN, and then maybe a 2-year RN, and then a 4-year RN.
And then the scholarships, the tuition reimbursement. I know that we do have a couple CNAs at the Emeralds that are entering nursing schools, so it's really exciting for them to be able to take advantage of all of the support that Monarch has to offer with the tuition reimbursement, scholarship.
And they can keep working at the same time.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, didn't you mention yesterday, I think I remember this is CNA week, Certified Nursing Assistant
Yes.
Week. And you aren't the government. The government loves all the acronyms in the USDA, but you've got a few over there too.
We do. So this is day one of us being able to try to do some surprises and to show some love to our certified nursing assistants as well as our nursing aid and training. So those are the ones that are on the path of becoming a certified nursing assistant.
Okay, so it's a nurse's aid first and then it's a certified nursing assistant.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So those are the NEITs, more acronyms for you. So the NEITs, that's the nursing aid and training. So those are the ones with us that we are, giving them the schooling, the education, putting them through the classes, making sure that they can pass their skills and their knowledge test. And then once they do that, they go on the Certified Nursing Assistant Registry and are officially CNAs. So
I would think that when you're getting your training, actually getting on-the-job training at the same time really helps you with learning the things from a textbook, so to speak, that you need to learn too.
I mean, being able to, study, being able to look at everything in the book, I mean, that's one thing, but being able to put that into actual practice and realize, in real life situations.
You're kind of studying when you're at work.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I mean, that lets you go through like all of the steps that are important, all of the things that are important, all of the whys on why those things are so important.
It's a lot easier to learn something.
Yeah.
When you know it's important and you start using it right away.
Yep.
I had some classes in college when I was done with the final. I tried to wipe my brain clear of all that useless thing. Although I do have to admit there have been a couple times when I didn't wipe my brain clean, and decades later I remembered I had learned that in school.
And it came in handy?
It came in handy.
Oh, there you go. You still had some.
I'm older and wiser.
There you go. We'll go with that, Jerry.
Just like that pro whatever.
So today's day one of CNA Weeks. I do know that, we've got a good group inside our dining room right now listening to us. So I do want to say...
it's our loyal listeners at the Emeralds.
That's right. So I do want to say a very big thank you to all of our CNAs and our nursing aid in training, people that are with us. Whether you're a part of the Monarch Healthcare Management or you're visiting us from an agency, I do want to say a very big thank you. And hello to all the residents that are sitting there listening.
And, this is CNA week.
Yep.
Every day at the Emeralds is Residence Day.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. I've been over there numerous times, and the staff and the staff are friends of the residents, and it really is kind of like a family.
It is. It really is. I mean, there's someone for everyone out there, and it's really nice to be able to, see, an individual come, say, to the dining room and, not really have like a good connection or a good friend. Maybe they're new or whatever,
exactly.
Right?
Maybe they've just moved to the
Emerald. And being able to like watch those friendships naturally form, and then pretty soon they're right in a big conversation. They find people, with similar interests, and they just naturally, come together. And being able to sit back and watch that happen is a really cool thing.
It's fun too to see the committee.
Yeah.
Whether it's a formal committee or self-appointed, that they took it on as their job to help the new residents learn what's going on, learn the routine.
Or they take over the gardening for me because they know I'm tragically horrible at it. Yep.
Have you still been staying away from the courtyard?
I'll say the person that's been helping me with the garden, he planted some carrots, and he is taking care of some other stuff here too for me. So, but I did help plant the cucumbers. So if those are not successful, clearly it is a me issue.
Well, even if you planted them, if they came up, then I'd put the other resident in charge of it from here on out.
Pretty much. Yep. It's not my strong suit. So
we should mention too, I can start earning some cookies, monarchmn.com. But when you're looking for a career, or maybe down the road you're thinking mom and dad, grandma and grandpa, or family member might need the Emeralds, start planning. I know I repeat that every week, but it's so important to have a plan. Maybe you're doing okay now, and maybe it'll go on for a long time, but then again, it might not.
Right. I personally, I'm a planner. I mean, it is kind of what I do. So
I just wing it. We all have our strengths. I just wing it.
And I like planning. So like for me, I'm a person like I want to be able to make sure that, any questions that could pop into my mind, that I'm asking those, finding out who those resources are to ask those questions to, just kind of educate yourself on what the community has to offer. Keep us in mind if you'd like to come in for a tour. If you have questions, there's always somebody around that can be able to help you with that.
I have advice. So if you're coming for a VIP scheduled tour or just a drop-in tour, allow plenty of time.
Everyone will visit with you. Absolutely.
And you might even get hoodwinked into a card game.
Yeah.
They were playing bridge.
They were.
I stopped in once, and they found out that I did know how to play a little bit of a bridge. I think my arm was still bruised from them twisting it to get me to stay.
They're like, come play with us. Stay. I will say our fan favorite right now is Rummy Cube.
Oh,
yes.
Nice.
So it's like rummy, but like with tiles, and it's a really interesting game. And everybody,
are you conniving again? A little more sophisticated, that we're stimulating the mind a little bit more.
A former assistant of mine got the game, or had me get the game, and it has been a hit ever since. So yep, and it's kind of nice because then you don't have to worry about putting cards on the table and those flying away. These are little tiles, so they stay put. Yep, so they're playing it all over the place. Yep.
Always open to new ideas and new things. And you do rely on residents and families for coming to you saying, hey, it'd be fun to do this.
Yeah.
It'd be fun to organize this. Could we do this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm always one that's open to ideas.
Although you are very creative, sometimes you can't think of everything for a good idea.
You know what? You give me so much credit. I try to, be open-minded. I like to try new things. I like to offer new things for our residents. I do, like you say, the conniving part. I'm kind of sneaky. So, like, when we made butter.
I thought of another comment, but I'm going to just let it pass. Yep, they were getting their exercise while you were making butter.
Yeah, to be able to get, like, some exercise, some movement while we're actually making something. So, whether we're making ice cream in a bag, we're moving it around, working on our fingers and our mobility that way. And then the butter making, that was a whole lot of shaking. So, and I was so excited when that worked out. I look forward to doing that again. So.
And you actually got butter.
We did. I was so thrilled. You would have thought it was Christmas morning. I was so happy. So.
Yeah, but that's why it's special.
Yeah. Yep. Well, and then being able to listen to what our community is interested in too is really what's like where my point and like what I have to do is just be very like person focused, like what do my people or that person want to do, and find a way to be able to kind of make that happen. And
there are a lot of residents, a lot of people that just want to be busy. Yes. I don't care what it is. They just want to do something.
Yep.
I want to be able to look forward to today we're going to do this and Thursday we're going to do that.
Yep. Well, and being able to, and like I said, being able to find things that, like, say somebody is really good at, graphic design and stuff like that.
Growing things.
And like making those things like that, being able to, if they want an extra task or they're coming to me and they're like, I really want something to do, give me a special project. And recently, I had that happen, and I asked the person if they'd be interested in creating flyers for the rest of the residents that we can hand out in the activity department, and the flyers turned out beautiful. Our residents get those handed to them, a couple days before a special event, and then they stay well informed. Yeah. And then
everybody wins.
Yeah, and everybody wins, and then being able to just watch how doing something like that for others makes somebody feel good. Yeah. So
I had a great uncle who was a farmer, of course, and he ended up going to the nursing home in Wells, and he invented things, and so he managed to connive it, so he was in charge of mopping the floors.
Oh, there you go.
So it helped out the staff, and he had that sense of satisfaction that he was still accomplishing something. Yep. And this is before you had the fancy ones now that just do everything. This was a mop and a bucket, and he knew on each hall how many swipes it took.
Oh my goodness!
but the point is, he was able to help out. And was happy as a lark to have something to do.
Yeah. Yeah. That's an amazing example of, just seeing somebody's, like what somebody is good at, what somebody likes to do, and just being able to help them and, support them in something to do.
And then it helped the normal maintenance people probably have a few things to do anyway.
Right.
So it helps them get other things done.
Yep. And then,
maybe it's dusting. Maybe it's decorating one of the walls or something. Mm-hmm. Come up with an idea, and all at once you might end up with 6 or 8 people working on some project. But that's kind of in it. What you do, facilitate these things.
But then not only just like that, and then like not just that one person, but say like a group kind of comes together for a similar interest, then being able to watch that, friendships grow, all of that kind of, it's a cool thing.
Yeah. Or they're working on this and all, you hear them chattering away and laughing and maybe joshing a little bit. And I'll bet it's fun in your role then to just sit back and watch.
It sure is.
And enjoy it.
Yep. And then, with our floor staff members, our caregivers, being able to connect with our residents on their similar interests and everything is really, it's cool. When I say it's a family, it's very much a family.
It literally is.
Yep.
We have to take a break for the markets here pretty quick, but we were talking about the courtyard, so you better explain how special that is that they can go outside and not have to worry about wandering off if you have some memory issues.
Yeah. I like to think of it as a nice little safe oasis. So we do have an enclosed courtyard where, we've got some flowers. Obviously, that's where we got all of our vegetables, hopefully growing. But then we've got mature shaded trees. It's a nice area to be able to go and just take a breath, get away, enjoy the nature. We got some squirrels visiting us a lot recently. So we got some squirrel friends that like to pop by.
Have we been feeding the squirrels too?
There's someone that's been giving peanuts over to the squirrels and making friends. So, and it is kind of cool because now the squirrels are kind of coming around a little bit more.
But it's so cool that they can wander out if they want.
Yep, and go out there, sit there, have a lunch with a family member.
You know what great grandma said? Get outside. Fresh air is good for you.
Yep. Touching grass is great.
Stand by the giggler. Carrie, officially Hart, the Activities Director at Monarch Healthcare Management, the Emeralds. But I think you can understand why she was branded the giggler. Here's a market update from the Linder Farm Network, sponsored by, of course, those KDHL Agro Boosters. They include Craig Keller at the Keller Insurance Agency in Nerstrand. Of course, Craig helps protect all things important to you. Also, North Bend Buildings for quality post-frame construction. Find out more. Go to their website, northbendbuildings.com.
Good morning. It's time for the market update here on the Linder Farm Network with joining us this morning, Jim Emter, Van On & Company. Good morning. It's time for a market update on this Thursday morning here on the Linder Farm Network. Joining us, Jim Emter, Van On & Company, Alexandria. Jim, a little lower for corn and soybeans this morning. What's weighing on the markets?
Yeah, as you look around the markets, Linda, obviously I still think there's fund pressure here around these markets. When you look to other nations here increasing their interest rates to try to fend off inflation, the European Central Bank did that this morning. They increased by 25 basis points. It just kind of spooks the market here from an investment standpoint that if these Fed reserves here in the U.S. do the same thing some others are doing to try to fight inflation, that maybe decreases their interest here on coming in and being long these commodities. So for the moment, that seems to be the risk-off phase that we're in. That doesn't mean that it can't change down the road. We know President Trump wants lower interest rates over time, and we'll just see how that unfolds. Couple that with good weather, farmer selling. I just think we're getting down to areas now, though, that the farmer selling will wane off here a little bit. We can start to find some support and then try to build back here in some potential late June and July bounce backs. But I think we've really got to zone in on retracement counts at this point. And I'd really look to this 466 new crop corn, 474 and 482 as your key recovery points now for the December corn. Those are areas of marketing interest we should be paying attention to. Beans are still a wild card as we work ahead. Beans are often made in late July, August, September production-wise. So again, a lot of things that can still happen yet in these markets. But right now, risk off seems to be the tone.
And livestock futures, mostly higher, especially for the cattle. What's happening?
You know, I think the big thing here is we're wedging up a little bit. What that means, Linda, is when you look, we're kind of consolidating this market in tighter and tighter. And usually when we coil that spring like that, usually we're setting up for a pretty nice breakout or breakdown. The cattle market, I think, is in one of those phases. Now, which direction it'll be, Linda, time will tell. But obviously here we know we've got a tight supply story. It's all about demand as we work ahead. And if we can keep demand strong, Linda, I still think this is a bull charging market long term. It's just we got to get through these New World screwworm news reports and make sure demand remains constant as we work through this. Hogs, on the other hand, been a little more wild over there. We continue to remain below the $100 level until we get back above 100. Path of least resistance is down to 89 off the front July contract, Linda. So, unfortunately, that's the tone. If we get above 100, then we'll perk up and pay attention. Otherwise, from 96 to 89 would not be out of question.
Jim Emter, Van Aunen Company, Alexandria. And July corn, 417 down 2 1/4. December 444 1/4 down 2 1/2. July soybeans 1118 1/2 down 4 1/2. November 1135 3/4 down 2 3/4. July Chicago wheat down 1 1/2. September Minneapolis up 2 1/2. June live cattle up 70, August up 60, August feeder cattle up 202, July lean hogs down 10, August up 72, the Dow up 309. This is a Linder Farm Network.
Lynn Kettleson for Connecticut. There are enough things to keep track of these days. Your water shouldn't be another one. That's the reason I'm glad we went with Connecticut. We have clean drinking water right from the tap, softer water, works great with the laundry, and no more wondering about what might be in the water. The local dealer from Connecticut came out, did a free in-home water test, explained everything clearly, and made the whole process easy. Find your local dealer at Connecticut.com. Connecticut, protecting what water touches.
Hello, Mitch Bartle from Perm Stockyards, holding live auctions weekly. Make plans to attend the hog goat sheep sale June 15th, followed by our June 22nd and June 29th dairy and hay and straw sale. For June is dairy month. The dairy princesses will be here that day. For more information, contact Perm Stockyards at 218-639-5228. Online viewing and bidding available through Cattle USA. See you at Perm Stockyards, where handshake is still a contract.
That's our update on the Linder Farm Network.
AM Minnesota on the Mighty 920 KDHL.
The market update sponsored by the KDHL Agri Boosters, including Northland Buildings for quality post-frame construction. Quite simple to find out more. Just go to the website, northlandbuildings.com. Also, Craig Keller at the Keller Insurance Agency in Nearstrand. Of course, Craig helps protect all things important to you. My mind almost slipped, and I almost said instead of the Northland Buildings website, I almost said monarchmn.com. Does that count as a cookie, even though it was an almost? Oh, I suppose I better push the right button, huh?
I'll count it.
Yeah. Okay,
yep. Yeah. You thought of us. Yeah. Our great website. Just want to kind of toss out a couple more things. On our website, you can go ahead and take a 360 tour of not just our facility, but all the other facilities within the Monarch Healthcare Management System, too. And we're all over the state. Yeah. So.
I did check that out, and it's kind of peppered all around.
It is. There's some everywhere.
And that's handy, too, if maybe you are a team member at Monarch and maybe your spouse, significant other got transferred to another part of Minnesota.
Yep.
Well, you would kind of have the shoe in for a job at one of the other Monarch facilities if you're already a Monarch team member. I would think that would be worth something. If
transferring over. Yeah, just another.
And you've seen that happen, too, when someone has advanced their career, became qualified for a promotion, another step up the ladder, and Monarch wants to keep them in the family, so they were able to transfer to another facility that had an opening in whatever they were interested in.
And just there's those situations, and then when there's people that need help in a different building, being able to have other people within the company be able to come to that or go to that facility and help them out. It's just one of the very many ways that we can support one another within Monarch.
Because if you're just a small individual resident and then all at once your director of nursing leaves or one of those key positions, boy, if you have a loved one there, you start to say, boy, I wonder how the care is going to be. Right. But when you're with Monarch, well, you've got others around that kind of share duties to make sure everything goes smoothly until you get your own whatever.
Yep, that's right. And to make sure everything is good and gold and all of that. We actually do have the director of nursing from Malastrana that's with us right now, helping us in that director of nursing role. So that's been really nice to be able to have her there and kind of hear about everything that they do over in New Prague. So.
And you enjoy going once in a while to help out another facility just to see what they're doing, to see if the residents here would enjoy it.
Yes, yeah, and that's where a lot of our ideas and stuff like that can come from, is just being able to see what another community is doing, hear about it. I do love being able to go to other buildings, stop in, visiting. Helping out in any way that I can as well. So you can always learn something.
We should mention, too, we've only got about 6 minutes left.
Oh, yeah.
Respite care. Lots of folks might be going on a vacation.
Yeah. So respite care is just the terminology used for somebody that is somebody that is a caregiver and, needs to go away, whether it's like a surgery, vacation or whatnot, and you want to be able to make sure that your loved one is well taken care of during your time away. They can come to us on a respite stay for that short term, and then
whether
once
it's
you are
a
back,
week or 4 days or a month.
That's right. But then also plan ahead on all of that, because we got to make sure we got like doctor's orders, medications, all of those type of things.
Special dietary. You got to get all those things. Kind of cover your bases.
That's right.
And then you can be gone and not worry about, I better call 5 times a day. And I bet,
right.
You don't need to worry about your loved one then.
Yep. You can have a stress-free, fun time away. So, and then they can have a stress-free, fun time with us.
Yes. Should also mention, too, the yet-to-be-named fancy gym with all the equipment, with physical therapy, occupational speech therapy.
Yep.
And I do know that you have had some people from the area had a knee replacement, a hip replacement, just checked in the Emeralds for a while, got everything healed out, got everything so convenient, and then they go home again.
You know what? I am so proud of you, Jerry.
You trained me.
You did so good. You're so good. Yeah. And it's nice. I mean, you covered all the bases, the physical therapy, the occupational therapy, and then also the speech therapy. We have all of that right there in-house for those that stay with us to be able to get those services, rehab, meet their goals, and be able to, go back home, back to their assisted living, senior living, or whatever the situation is.
Or maybe something came up, you had some type of surgery, and you couldn't take care of yourself, and your spouse, significant other couldn't take care of you.
Yeah.
Go to the Emeralds, get recovered, get strong again, go back home again.
That's right. We'll love having you while we have you, and we'll celebrate all the goals that you meet along the way. So.
And I remember back in the day, like the hospitals, too, they had certain visiting hours. And with family members, you can just about wander in anytime and see your family member and friend.
That's right. We love being able to have visitors. We love our, our facility being filled with love, laughter, and friendship.
And what's really cool? When little kids come.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, everybody goes bonkers when little kids are there. They love it.
You could have the quietest person, and then all of a sudden they see a little kid and they just light up. So it's very neat.
Yep. And let's see. Team members we're looking for.
Just some additional team members. I mean, we're still looking for any CNAs. Do keep your eyes open on our website for when our nursing aid and training program opens back up, as a nice little gateway to be able to get into the healthcare field with us. Also looking for LPNs, any RNs, cooks, and culinary aides are also needed. So if you like cooking, serving, supporting people, showing off your talents in the kitchen.
And maybe if someone would like to work part-time, do you have any part-time opportunities, too, for the right person?
I would assume so. Yeah. I would just encourage, when it comes to the culinary stuff, I don't know exactly full-time, part-time, because it's not my department. But what I would do is I would just go ahead and take a look at the website, go ahead and look at that, read over the job description. It may say it in there. Go ahead and apply. Give it a try. And see what happens. I will say the director is delightful in there. He has a very good crew, a lot of new faces, and they're all working really good as a team. So it's a really neat thing to see.
We should mention, too, always looking for volunteers.
Absolutely, I am. So I would be your point of contact if you are looking to, volunteer, make some, someone's day a little bit brighter. and I can help you through that process. So,
is the program set up through the school too? That this last year they could come over and volunteer and help out, and then they actually got credits.
Yes.
And it was kind of official, so they could put it on their resume.
Yep. It's a win-win. I mean, you get to get your credit, through the ALC or the Faribault High School here. Get your credit for volunteering, but then also be able to put on there, volunteer work stuff that you did. And
if you get to know the giggler, maybe others. You'd be tickled maybe if they were a nice person to write a letter of recommendation.
You know what? I am pretty crafty, and I can make a very good letter up. So
crafty. I thought of another comment, but
keep it in your pocket.
Yeah, take the high road. 25 seconds left, but monarchmn.com is a great place to start.
Yep.
I'm going to have to get my loyal listeners, friends over at the Emeralds, keep track of how many times I say that.
I'm going to give them a whiteboard so they can tally.
Then I'll share the cookies.
There you go. Yep, go and check out our website. Swing on in. Whatever you need, we're here for you.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
The Giggler, Monarch Healthcare Management, the Emeralds. Here's National News from ABC.